Hey, everybody!
Hey guys, welcome
To How Do You Say Yarrows? Now,
Yarrows.
what?
Yarrows.
Yaris?
Oh my gosh.
I really don't know how to say our last name still, and being a traditional couple, Gabby took my last name, so obviously we know how this works.
Anyway.
And actually, I don't even know what I meant by that.
I have no idea either.
Neither do I. It really just actually makes me look stupid for not knowing how to say my own last name. So we, a few years ago, realized something big for us, and we want to share this with you. Because, you could go to a lot of places, and, people tell you want to get into the history of them, right?
Right.
You want to dive into a new city, like New York, or Boston, or Chicago, and I don't know why they all have that same accent, right?
You want to dive into the culture.
You want to explore, learn the history of the area,
Uh-huh.
the vibe of the people, the rise of the proletariat. And you know what, Gabby?
What?
That's a lie. Nobody cares about that junk. But you know what is a good way to learn about a place?
Tell me.
A food tour.
Yes, a food tour. Let's go.
This is something we got to do it. My parents, I think, took.
Yeah.
That was my first food tour, at least. Had you been on one before that?
Had I been on an actual food tour before that? I can't remember one. No.
Okay, so about.
I don't think so.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, my parents took us on a food tour in New York with my sister and brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And it was.
Were we married yet?
Yeah, we were married.
Okay, we were married.
I think it was the summer of marriage.
Okay.
Wait, no, it was the summer after because I got my appendix out that week.
Oh, nice. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I had a food tour, got an appendix out. Tough
True.
week.
True.
But we loved it. What were your highlights of not necessarily that food tour, but because it's a while ago now, but food tours and what were your thoughts?
Okay, so for one, there's a lot of anticipation for me before a food tour. I just get excited.
Yeah.
There's fun anticipation, where all the places we're gonna go and all that. So I do love that. And then I love that with the food tour, they brought us through to different parts of the city. So we got to both see different parts of the city, and then also theoretically you're seeing some of the best food in those areas. You feel like you're going in the secret spots.
Oh yeah.
They do the research for you, and you're just gonna walk into and in my experience so far, it's been very limited, but it seems like food tours typically have different types of food. So you might have something that's more of an appetizer, something that's more of an entree, something that's more of a dessert. So they do hit the realm of things that you're looking for. So you feel like you've had a complete trajectory by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I like the fact that, okay, you know what? I really don't think I'm that interested. Even though, I love history, walking around a city, I'm like, oh, this was this or that. I feel like it'd be interesting for about 30 minutes in an area. But, okay, we're in a big group. This is a long walk. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like a 5-year-old here. So I love the food tour of, oh, I'm not hungry anymore. There's a bathroom because we're in restaurants and we're paying customers. And, oh, and then you're still getting the tidbits of okay, this building was owned by Taylor Swift, or so to me, I love.
Friends was filmed here.
Yeah, it's oh, it's a historical tour with snacks now, and this is so much better.
With snacks, yeah. Yeah.
So that was to me oh my gosh, this is such a cool option, and we've actually done another tour since then too.
Oh.
I forget if we've ever talked about it, but when we were in Williamsburg.
Wait, was that a food tour?
Oh wait, no, that was not. Okay, it was kind of a food tour, but we didn't do the food part. It was a flight and murder tour.
Yes.
So it was talking about historical murders in Williamsburg.
That was really cool.
And then they would take you to a bar to get you a drink as well.
Yeah.
We don't drink, and so we didn't really do that part, but we did go get ice cream between that.
I was going to say, we kind of made it into our own food tour because when they were, the only bummer was the bar hopping with it.
Yeah.
Because those visits to the bar just took too long.
Yeah.
And me and Adam, of course, aren't getting anything. And we weren't the only people. There was a couple other people that also weren't drinking. They just wanted to enjoy the tour.
Yeah.
And because it's a lot of fun. And so I feel like, it was a newer tour,
they were
built.
Yeah.
So when finally at one of their times they were at one of the bars, we just left with the other group of people who weren't drinking and went to get ice cream.
Yeah.
And then rejoined the group. So, but it was, I was going to say it felt like a food tour, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I realized it isn't a food tour. I was prepping my mind for it in every way. But Well, actually, this summer we were thinking about going to Portland, Maine as well.
Yep.
We've heard it's the spot.
Yes, we've
But
heard it's amazing.
One of the first things we looked at was food tours of Portland.
Yeah.
And then they had all these like little chowdas, all these little things going on. But let me ask this, Gabby. What would be your dream food tour, like of a food group to hit? Or a city to go to?
Okay.
I've got one in case you want a moment.
A city to go to.
Or a food group to go on within a specific. So I'll throw one out if you want a moment to think.
Okay, I was going to say...
I'll go.
Maybe my ideal one would be in Spain.
Ooh.
And I would like it to end at a castle.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, so it's in Spain, and we're learning about, obviously, like, the different, it's probably like tapas, but different the foods.
Okay.
And then I would like that it would end at a castle, so there's some type of royal meaning to the end, that we learn about this castle, and the last food is at the castle.
Interesting.
You asked for my ideal one.
Okay.
It sounds great, right?
It does. I was not picturing
We're like
that.
going through a city, and then, we end up at a castle somehow.
I was looking more about the food groups. But I appreciate the content.
Well, it's going to be Spanish food.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then, I just think that would be awesome.
Oh, I mean, that sounds
If anybody knows if that food tour exists, please let us know.
Yeah, a food tour in Spain that will end at a castle. Specifically.
I would love to go.
Yep. Hey, we need ideas for vacations.
Southern Spain would be preferable. But
We'll take
I'm
any
open.
part of Spain
I'm
here.
open.
We're not here to be too picky right now. That's a very particular. I think I would like a pizza tour.
Oh.
Like, I think Chicago could be cool with like different deep dish pizza spots.
Oh wow, you get so full though.
Oh yeah, but like you're getting small pieces.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
that could.
true.
I feel like a pizza tour would be ideal for me.
Well, what I would like about that one is because I actually like the variety. Like I like getting different things rather than one food the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I like getting some savory and then some sweet or whatever. But if it was like specific and it's pizzas, it would be cool because you could really compare the
Exactly.
pizzas. And now it's Chicago, it's got this iconic pizza. You could really say this place has the best sauce, this has the best whatever.
Yep.
So that would be fun. That would be a fun component of it.
Yeah, that's where I think the comparison would be interesting to me.
Yeah.
That-
I think the purpose of the food tour is, it really does seem like a great way to get to know an area.
Agreed.
And to get to know like their highlight reel of food. So it's both food, but it is also really getting to know an area.
Yeah.
So I like that. We also have gone on food tours that we've created for ourselves.
What was that? Oh, the
Well,
cupcake one?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, did you go on the cupcake one?
We went with Tracy and New York.
Yeah, we went with Tracy and New
but
York. Okay, good.
It was just like, I think she looked up the route of a cupcake
You're
tour,
right.
and then we went to a bunch of cupcake shops.
Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah. Well, the only difference was we didn't get to sample all the cupcakes.
I know.
We just walked into the cupcake shop. So there was.
But if you were on a cupcake tour, you wouldn't sample all the cupcakes. They would choose one cupcake, and everybody would get that one cupcake.
But in many of those shops, we had 0 cupcakes.
Because we chose not to get another cupcake. That's
But
just
if we
for
were,
us.
But if we were on
But
the
she
tour.
ate a cupcake at every place.
Oh.
Yeah, she
see.
did. Yeah. Because she was really into it. We were more along for the ride. It hadn't been our plan to do that necessarily that day, but we had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm sure we ate a cupcake eventually.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I would like a cupcake at every stop.
Oh, well, then we could have gotten it. We were there.
It seemed foolish financially, but when you commit to a tour, you're already putting the cash up front.
I see. Yeah, you've already made that decision.
Yeah. I've already committed to cupcakes for days.
Well, I was going to say, also for my bachelorette.
Oh, yeah, that was your fun. That was
Yes,
very fun.
My sister, Caitlin, had organized this entire food tour for our girls.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam joined midway through.
Oh, yeah, for like 1 or 2 stops.
Yeah, 1 or 2 stops, and then and it was just so wonderful. I mean, I loved it so much. She brought us on a food tour of like food places that have been meaningful in my life, and then went into meaningful in me and Adam's life together.
Aw.
Yeah,
And then some of them were just pure fun.
and some of them were peppered in just because proximity, and they were just super fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
like
very
a
cool.
new place. Well, no, the way she did that was the ending places were places that we could be introduced as new places for our life together.
Very
Because
fun.
At that time, we were very centralized in Princeton area.
Yep.
And so she landed us with a couple places we had never been to in Princeton to say like, oh, since you'll be spending so much time here, these could be places you love.
Yep, and it was
really
very
cute.
adorable.
Adorable.
That bakery though always disappointed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not the best bakery specifically, but we also went to this other place in Princeton called Say Cheese.
Oh yeah,
And that
Say
did
Cheese.
not disappoint at all.
Yeah, it's a luxury grilled cheese shop, and
Oh.
let me tell you, it's good stuff.
It was amazing.
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
So I love a food tour. So
Yeah.
I guess when we do, as we move forward with trips, Adam and I have now we haven't made this a pattern yet, but we would like to kind of enjoy food tours when we get to go see a new place. That would be
Yeah.
a cool thing.
Yeah, I don't think we want to like lock in that this is an every time thing, but
No.
you know what? I
Yeah.
think if there's that sense of like, hey, we're staying in a city for a couple days or
Yeah.
working it through, this is an excellent way to not only see the city, but eat some delicious foods.
Yay!
Woo! Thanks for joining us.
See ya.